Hi everyone, Mike the MC, bringing you the self-care video. Watching the whole world work as basically a machine. What do I mean by that with this theme? Well, today I'm going to share with you number 306 of the Catechism with respect to God allowing everybody to work and cooperate effectively and independently of each other as well, with respect to just having set everything in motion. But also, in a way, kind of like a Tinker Toy set. You would think as a human, wow, everything's just running. There's not as many collisions as there probably would be if we were really reckless as people. But at the same time, there's a bit of control from the humanity that if it's not out of touch, right, then we'll be okay. But if it's going to be so gone, right, everyone could just go crazy, haywire, and it would be a terrible place to live. So let me share with you number 306 of the Catechism, and I'll elaborate what the point is just a little further. So 306 of the Catechism states the following: Providence and secondary causes. God is the sovereign master of his plan, but to carry it out he also makes use of his creatures' cooperation. This use is not a sign of weakness, but rather a token of Almighty God's greatness and goodness. For God grants his creatures not only their existence, but also the dignity of acting on their own, of being causes and principles for each other, and thus of cooperating in the accomplishment of his plan. So what are we accomplishing? What are you accomplishing? What am I accomplishing? And I think that could be a greater theme, because I may not have the life that I want. I mean, there are times where I still get bitter about situations of the past, and I could get so angry just thinking, oh, if I just had not talked with that person, I would not have my job denied just because they knew who I was when I applied for a job application, as an example. Or if I had not run into that person, all of a sudden now they ran into me in real life, but all of a sudden they don't remember who I am. That's like, whoa. And that's the part of this cooperation in God's plan. Because people of the past that you thought may remember you may not even remember you. Isn't that crazy? Just to think, okay, maybe the people who hold on to the grudges, maybe we just need to let go and just say, okay, maybe we weren't really that important to other people in their lives, and it doesn't have to have so much stock in it, right? And you're thinking, all right, maybe that'll help free you up from anger. And I think there's something good about that, thinking about 306, where if God's going to allow everything to flourish, allowing everything to be a resemblance of his greatness and goodness, that token of our free will, let us use that token for a good purpose, and to remember to not misuse it, and to uphold what is right and just, but not to take down anybody unfairly or selfishly. That's why I was alluding to earlier in the video that humanity, I mean, we're still here. I'm still making videos. You see me on the other side of this camera. That's a blessing. And in fact, just to think the other day, if the world was still in this universe, the asteroids, the black holes, we're still here. It's a miracle. And so it's like, oh my, we're coming to a near miss to hitting something, and it's like, wow, what a miracle. We're alive. We haven't crashed. We haven't blown up yet. We can still ask the girl out, the guy out. We can still have the family, the business. We can still do things. So it makes you think, if you have some time on earth, are you going to use it well? And make sure that you don't waste time also. Making sure that you make good use of it. That's a good remembrance of this with 306. If we're given a token, don't waste that token. Multiply it and see where it takes you. And don't be afraid to be fearless, to take on big challenges in your life. And I think that is what makes this more profound, where with all these tokens that can potentially grow, God's still watching us in our actions, because we may run into someone who's more famous than we thought, but then all of a sudden it just worked out for everybody in life that just, if we became famous or if we had too much of a good thing, we really would have became corrupt. And so understand that limitations are just as beautiful in life. And maybe God may not directly impose them on us. It may be from one person to another, or a society to a creature, creatures to society, whatever. But that the limitations are a part of the life as well. And so when you recognize that you're struggling, keep in mind that you also have the ability to do something good, that you're made in something great, made in this world to do something. And so don't let that anger destroy you, but let it build you and inspire you to do something great, to not feel like you have to be stuck anymore, and you can move forward with your life. Things to consider. All right, everyone. Hope this one finds you well with 306 of the Catechism. Don't feel stuck. Get moving. And let's do something with our token and multiply it, and probably have a big ol' account of good things that we accomplished. All right, everyone. Hope this one finds you well. Take care. Have a good one.